honourable member for Sherwood Park.
Rural municipalities are still struggling to collect millions of dollars owed to them by oil and gas companies due to failed policies and inaction by the UCP government. Last week, the Minister of Municipal Affairs said the government has made it harder for oil and gas companies that don't behave to transfer wells. That's strange, Mr. Speaker, because in August, the Energy Minister reversed that policy and removed the requirement for industry to pay the property taxes before selling wells. Are the Ministers of Municipal Affairs and Energy not talking to each other?
The Honourable Minister of Municipal Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, we've made regular and great efforts with rural municipalities to help collect the oil and gas taxes. We put in Bill 77, made it possible to sue people. The Energy Minister through the AR has made changes that designed to help. He's now working with the RMA looking for another way to get it done. But at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, the job's not done, and I can assure all Albertans, especially those in rural Alberta, we won't quit till it's done, and we won't be satisfied until rural Alberta municipalities are satisfied.
The honourable member for Sherwood Park.
Mr. Speaker, given that the minister said under his watch rural municipalities go bankrupt all the time, and it's not unusual and not extraordinary, and given that outgoing president of the RMA said it's this government whose policies have made it so financially difficult for municipalities to stay afloat, and given that municipalities deserve a government that will help them get their taxes paid from industry, will this government stop chasing conspiracy theories and actually get to work building rural municipalities, starting with helping them collect taxes that they are owed?
The Honourable Minister of Municipal Affairs.
Well, if the honourable member was paying attention, he'd know we're already doing those things. We are working with rural municipalities. We are helping them to get the taxes collected, and we acknowledge that that job's not done yet, Mr. Speaker. We have many programs we work with them to help them build roads and bridges. Our LGFF program was designed by municipalities. It'll provide 13% more funding next year than this year. 3% left the year after because the municipalities themselves asked for that revenue to go up and down with the province's revenue. Mr. Speaker, we have always worked closely with municipalities in rural Alberta. We'll continue to because they matter to Alberta.
The member for Sherwood Park.
Given that the Minister of Municipal Affairs doesn't know what the Minister of Energy is doing in relation to taxes and how it impacts municipalities, and given that under this minister's watch, it's apparently not unusual to see municipalities end up in bankruptcy, and given that the RMA has said that this minister's relationship with rural municipalities has been strained, will any cabinet minister explain to this Assembly how rural municipalities are supposed to have any trust that this government will help deliver services for Albertans?
The Honourable Minister.
Again, the honourable member is not paying attention. I kind of hate to be immodest, Mr. Speaker, but the president of RMA actually described me as an ally this morning in front of about 1,000 of their members. I'm proud of that, but that's not to say the job's not done, Mr. Speaker. We have a lot more to do. And you know what? As far as the issue of unpaid oil and gas, every company that is not paying their taxes, the IRS should put them out of business sooner rather than later. I got no patience for anybody that doesn't pay their taxes, no matter what industry they're in, whether it's a restaurant, oil and gas, or whatever, and that's what I think should happen.